Hello friends, welcome back. In the previous videos that we have seen with respect to Android, we have learnt building simple apps with one activity. That means we did not have more screens with us. We had only one screen and it was very simple. Now the time has come where we need to grow a little bit better from there. So we are going to have an app where we will have couple of screens now, and those screens will be connected with corresponding activities and XML files which I will explain you. Very simple. What are we going to do? I will first give you a screen. In that screen there will be a button and the view will be portrait. And when I click that button, it will take you to the next screen where the view will be landscape. And you will have a button there which will again bring you back to the primary screen. That's all. This is going to be built as a very simple app and it's very easy to learn. Now as you know, the main activity.java file is the file which is corresponding to the first primary activity, which means the first screen. You will have a corresponding XML file for that, and that I explained you, and name of that file here is activity_main.xml. It is called the view file. It will help you in setting up all the view related contents, and it gives you very comfortable access for you to bring the presentation. I mean, it's more of like how the UI is going to look like, and you can tune all those parameters here. Since I had one activity in the last attempts, in the last experiments, I had only one XML file. Now here I have got two activities, so I have got two Java files, main activity.java, second activity.java. Main activity has got corresponding XML file connected to it, and second activity has got corresponding XML file connected to it as well. So we need as many XML files as you require, because the number of XML files is directly proportional to the number of activities. So you need to maintain that numbers, and if you have 5 activities, you need to have 5 XML files is what I am trying to convey. Well, how do you create a new activity? By default, you have got the main activity.java available with us. And how can I do that? Now you can see that I'm navigating the path here where you can go ahead and click the com.example. I'm going to the exact path where you can see I've got new option available, and there I have got a Java class, and click on that. You will be able to create a new Java class, and you can give the name of the Java class there, and it can be of any name. Here I have chosen second activity.java. That's all. This is very simple. Now what are all the things that we need to learn here? We have got one very important thing. How do I view the screen? You need to go with split view. The code view is what we have right now, and now I'm moving to split view. This will help you to realize whatever you are building as the clear view that you could see on the screen of your mobile. Now let's get into the building of the app. We have got button and we have got text view. The text view is connected to this activity is portrait orientation text, and it will help you to place it correctly. And whatever we are mentioning there, the width, the height, the central horizontal, the margin start, margin top, margin end, from the top how much distance it should be, from the bottom how much distance it should be. All these values whatever I have given is through trial and error, and I have arrived at this correct values. So in the beginning you may not be able to get the exact value, but don't worry, you can always go ahead at the trial and error and you can keep it in the best place that you want. Now the Android text, whatever I have placed here, this activity is portrait is available here, and you can see that here I have specified under the Android text equal to, and this is what is displayed here. Now please understand, we have got something more on the screen which is nothing but the button. The launch next activity is a button which I need to place, and it also has to be specified as in where it has to be available, what is the width, what is the height, what is the margin top, margin bottom. All these things are specified very clearly. And now we have got something called as layout. So you can see that in the layout we have got constraint bottom, constraint end, constraint horizontal, all those things. What will happen if I remove it? I'll show you that right now. See that immediately there is a distortion that happens on the screen, and the launch next activity button has been taken all over to the left corner, which is not correct. That's the reason we keep all this, and we will explain you about the layout very clearly in another video in the near future. And for now you understand that this helps you in retaining the content intact. Now you have a button. What do you do with the button? You click it. You on-click it. So when you click it on, it has to call the corresponding content, and that should go on further. So that's what we are going to go ahead with in the next screen. So you can see The onClick is an event listener which has been defined clearly in the main activity, and we can go through that right now. In the main activity file, you can see that we have got the set content view where we have got the activity underscore main pulled in very clearly. Also, we have got the method. The event listener is called here. The onClick is clearly defined here, which tells what to do. And inside that, we have got the intent very clearly defined where it tells what to do. From where to where it has to go, that has been defined here. The main activity dot this, which means the current screen, to the second activity dot class. That's what I need to go. When I click on this button, I am currently available in the main activity and I have to go to the second activity, and that's what is defined clearly in this. That's all. And I need to start this activity, right? Without starting this, it won't work. So start activity of intent is given, and that's all. We have clearly made it. Now what did we do? The button is there. The button is placed. The designs are all done. When you click that, we need to define where it has to start and where it has to go. You defined it, but you have to also start it. That's what we have done with the start activity of intent. That's all. Now we need to go to the second file second activity file where we have to define things for the landscape orientation. Whatever we have discussed now is for the first activity. Now we need to go for the second activity. Same piece of code, same piece of content, but with different text content over here to define that this is landscape. You can see that here I have got Android text. This is landscape orientation is given, and that's available there. So you need to understand rest of the things will remain pretty much the same. And what here also we need to do the onClick very clearly, and you can see that the onClick is named as onClick 1 because we have already got onClick for the previous activity, and now it is called as onClick 1. Now where is it defined? It is clearly defined in the second activity.java file, and you can go there. There you can see that onClick 1 is available. Now what do we do here? First thing is we need to set the content view. So activity underscore second is related there clearly, which means they are now talking to each other. And now onClick 1 is available there, where in the onClick 1 I define the intent very clearly, saying that I am currently in the second activity. This defines that I am here. Where I need to go to the first activity, which is the main activity, and it is all done. So once you define it, you need to also start it. So how do I start it? Start activity is done here, and that's all. And overall, you need to understand one thing. This is all done, but we have not yet defined, we have not yet clearly specified where exactly we are specifying it. That activity 1 is landscape, activity 2 is portrait, or something like that. We have not specified where it is portrait and where it is landscape. I'll talk about it a little later, but let's go on to the demo first to see if things are working as we wished. Let's run it. I am running it right now, and since the emulators are not selected, it may take a little bit of time for me to get that done. I'm getting it done for you. So you can see that it is getting launched, and this is portrait orientation, the first activity. The launch the next activity button, I'm clicking now. You can see that it is immediately going to the landscape. I'm very happy about it. And there you have a button as well. Click on that, it will take you back to the first activity. Can you see that again? Yeah, I'm going to click it again. Next activity is clicked here. Now you can see that we are getting an option to come back to the first activity again from the landscape orientation. So this is a very simple app which enables you to go ahead with landscape to portrait orientation and vice versa. But where did we define it is landscape and it is portrait? We have not specified it anywhere till now, right? Yes, there comes the Android manifest.xml file. I am going to show you that right now, where you can see that we are specifying things very clearly with respect to the orientation. You can see that inside the activity, we are specifying very clearly here as the first activity is portrait and the second activity is landscape. The main activity is portrait and the secondary activity is landscape, and that's specified very clearly here. This is all very easy. I hope you understood how exactly things worked, and you need to also understand that we are getting all these things very clearly specified as first activity and second activity. First activity is primary there. You can see that it's coming under the intent filter properly. That says that that's the first one to be started. So this is all to be remembered, and do not forget it. Try it out, and in case you have any questions, you can always reach me out. I'll be able to clarify. And this is simple. Try it out. If you like the channel, the content, kindly subscribe and follow. Thank you.